YouTube channel. You could call me Robin. I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about why my jaw sometimes makes a clicking sound. You guys can't hear it right now, but it used to be really loud to where everybody could hear it. I wanted to talk about how it originally started and then how it ended up progressing and getting a lot worse, especially even more than it does now, because now I've been through treatment, and I wanted to talk about what I did too for treatment and stuff. So let's get started. So around 10th or 11th grade is when it started. I realized that it would come and go, and I didn't know why. I couldn't see any correlation between something happening and like it leaving or whatever. I could tell by how it felt that it was my bones rubbing against each other. So this is one of my bones and this is my other bone, and instead of like there being like it smoothly going like this when you open your mouth, it would go like this, is a way to explain it. It eventually got to the point to where if I wanted to eat, I had to like unlock my jaw, so I had to go like this to unlock it, because it wouldn't normally like just open, and it still made the clicking sound even when I like that's why I had to move it this way, because it has to go around the bone. So if I ever wanted to eat food, every time I wanted to take a bite of the food, I had to unlock my jaw, which was really frustrating for me, because imagine trying to like eat something like soup. You have to keep opening your jaw, and it becomes like the food gets cold fast. When it was pretty bad, not necessarily at my worst, I also had trouble brushing my teeth, because at the back of my mouth was really sensitive. So like if I brushed my teeth, I would gag, or sometimes when it was worse, I would actually throw up. And so it was really frustrating to like go to brush my teeth every day and then ultimately end up throwing up. You guys really don't want that happening to you. I mean, I could like do mouthwash, but mouthwash isn't the same as like fully brushing your teeth, and you need to fully brush your teeth every day. Sorry if the frame changed a little bit. I got a call, so I might be a little bit off, or it should be about the same, hopefully. My senior year of high school, I went to physical therapy for an unrelated reason, but when they realized that I had the clicking jaw, they decided that they'd treat me for that too, since I was already going there. They told me that the clicking of my jaw was from having such bad posture, because apparently the muscles in your neck and your jaw and your chest and your back were all connected, and they actually have a really big effect on each other. So the muscles in my jaw and neck were trying to make up for the muscles in my back being so weak, which is why there was the clicking. It was like slightly off, so one side was really weak and one side was overcompensating. When I heard this, I thought it was kind of weird, because in my head I was like, well, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but like, how is your back muscles connected to your jaw? So I'm just a suspicious person, so I was like, I'll try the treatment, but I don't know if it'll work, you know? Like, it sounds a little weird, but in some ways it made sense, because also I knew I already had really bad posture by that time, so sometimes I'd go through periods of where I'd try and fix my posture, but then I'd also have environments when my posture was worse because of what I was doing. The treatment for my jaw at physical therapy was a series of like exercises like this, like, and like that. And so I had to do those every day, a couple times a day, and like repeat them, and then some other stuff. Also, every time I went in for my physical therapy appointment, the physical therapist would have to put gloves on. I'd have to lay down, and then he'd put his hands inside my mouth, stretching out my jaw, which was very uncomfortable for a couple reasons. A, it's like literally like stretching it. B, he's putting his hands inside my mouth, which is like uncomfortable because he's like standing over me, and it just makes me uncomfortable. And C, also, remember when I was talking about the toothbrush? If I put a toothbrush in my mouth, like sometimes I'd gag. That was happened a couple times because he started like putting his fingers towards the back, trying to like open up along the edges, and even though it's just like around my teeth, it was still a problem because that's where I was brushing with the toothbrush, with my teeth, you know? So that was very uncomfortable, and I had to do that every single time that I went in, and ultimately it became more about my jaw than the original reason that I was referred there. Every time when the appointment started, they'd measure how much I could actually open my mouth. And then after the appointment, after I'm stretching my jaw, he would also measure again. And there wasn't really much progress, so he eventually got mad and was like, you're not doing the exercises. You need to do the exercises. Like, this is annoying. I don't want to be stretching out your jaw if you're not like trying to work on it. And I really was. It's really hard. The exercises in particular weren't really hard, but it was like my posture. And they told me to like have better posture, but it wasn't like, oh, let's do some exercises to strengthen your back. So it's very slow. And it was very annoying to have them constantly say, oh, you're not doing anything. You know, you're just being lazy and you want us to do all the work and we can't. And it's like, I am doing work. It's just not working, I guess. So eventually I stopped going to physical therapy because I already had all the exercises for my jaw and for the other reason that I was going to meet, and I figured, what's the point in going back? It doesn't seem to be helping and it was just stressing me out. I realized, like, if I just do the better posture, like, I should be able to fix this myself. You know, that's why it fluctuated before. So I decided that that's what I was going to try. And it worked. My jaw still clicks. It's nowhere near as bad as it was, and only I can hear it clicking. I bought this posture brace online, and it also came with this massage ball, and that was included, and also there was this resistance band that's actually pretty strong. I bought a posture brace online. This is what it looks like, and this is how you put it on. It's actually not that hard to put on. I do want to say I'm not a medical professional. I'm not certified to help anybody, but this was my experience on why my jaw clicked. And if you have that problem, it might be the same thing, but it also might not. So if you have that problem, go to your doctor and talk to them about it. I wish I had known this before, that it was my posture, so it didn't get as bad as it did with having them off my jaw every time I ate, like having to have someone actually stick their hands inside my mouth. Like, it was really uncomfortable, and I wish that I'd known that something as simple as like my posture could affect something like my jaw and stuff like that. Like, it's really crazy to me. If this has happened to anybody else, please leave your experience in the comments below. If you guys can think of anything else you want me to talk about, or anything you think I could do to improve my channel, please also leave that in the comments below. Like this video if you thought it was good. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. I want to thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!